Yeah, my name's Jeff Martin. I've been with Great Divide almost 7 years. Started as packaging manager and been the operations manager for about 2 years now. Great Divide has been around for 27 years. Our culture is really founded on brewing big and bodacious beers in line with consumer preferences, but we still are very innovative, constantly trying to create new, exciting, fun recipes that will entice our customers, and through that, I think what we're both known for and what really drives us is being consistent, batch to batch, year to year, that when you go to grab a Titan IPA, you know that it's going to taste like a Titan IPA every time you pick it up from the grocery store. FOSS was an interesting relationship that came to us that we were really excited to test out. We really were one of the data pieces we were missing in-house was the ability to track ABVs, and now we have a very robust, quick, easy system that allows us to not only look at our whole fermentation curve, but then also making sure that our finished product is finishing right where it's expected to. And it gives us that data to dive in along the entire process to make sure that we are consistent. And then we found that FOSS, with their background and history, really had a lot of the tools that we were looking for, but not only the tools, but then a system that allowed us to do it economically and effectively with time-sensitive process as well. So all those things are important. Being able to do things quickly but accurately is incredibly vital. Giving data and quick feedback is much easier than having to take time or days to get that data analyzed and sampled, and sometimes you miss out on the opportunity to make corrections when if you had that data at your disposal. And with FOSS, we feel like we have a much quicker and easier process than some of the other solutions out there.
My name is Tim Baytag. I am the R&D innovation brewer here. My main role is to, one, put out new beers for the tap room, and to put out distribution beers in the future. So it's a new beer every single week. We take every single day samples, and via that information, I can tell whether or not something's going to go wrong earlier to correct the processes earlier as well. It's probably saved 3 or 4 of the beers since receiving the FOSS. With the FOSS, you have an answer, a real digital answer, which is very nice. So that takes the guesswork out of that. That's been, so far, my favorite part about it, and that's huge for us as a company and for myself. Creating new recipes every week is a lot of dialing in processes. A lot of new recipes just don't behave the same way that other recipes do. So it's that part is incredibly helpful.
I am Great Divide's quality assurance, quality control manager. Prior to acting as the quality manager, I was a shift brewer here, so I know a lot about the ins and outs of our product. Yeah, one of the most appealing features of the beer FOSS is that anyone can use it, right? So you don't have to be a trained quality scientist at a brewery to be able to press a button and have it print out some data for you. So the beer FOSS compares to its competitors. The price point is really appealing. It's affordable to smaller breweries, such as Great Divide, which is still independently owned. It's also turning out a lot more information, a lot more bang for your buck. So you run a sample and it doesn't just put out ABV, but it also puts out pH, apparent extract, real degree of fermentation, real extract, and specific gravity. Every parameter you would need to consider your product. The beer FOSS is turning that out with one go. So a lot of the other competitors, comparable products on the market, do not offer that same range of data points with a single run. It's really exciting to work with the beer FOSS on all of these fronts, and to kind of help take this like citizen science aspect of making beer, where we get to be really involved in how does our data reflect the models that the beer FOSS turns out for us. the simplicity of using a machine like the beer FOSS, and I can easily train one of the brewers in 15 minutes on how it works, and they can turn out the same exact data that I would turn out with very little training. So when you start thinking about things like that, it becomes really valuable. This type of instrument, the beer FOSS technology, becomes very valuable in terms of a time-saving, cost-saving, basically labor-saving measure.